Here we go, folks. It's time for another starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's game against Kilmarnock at Celtic Park. Back to league duty after the trip to Copenhagen on Thursday there. A good result for us in the end. Dominated the first half, really dropped off in the second half. Copenhagen came into it, they were a better team in the second half. And then obviously with the penalty and stuff, we'll probably take 1-1 at the end of the day. And away goal for us, back to Celtic Park next week. You would fancy us if we bring the level that we know we can to get through in the tie and get to the last 16. Kilmarnock come into this one with 3 wins for their last 6 games. They'll obviously be disappointed off the back of that dramatic cup exit to Aberdeen on Wednesday night. Went to extra time, obviously. Aberdeen ended up winning 4-3 in the last minute extra time, so they'll be deflated by that. They're currently sitting 7th in the league table. I don't know if we're going to go back to 3-5-2. Obviously, Lee Griffiths stayed at home during the week, he didn't travel. He did not get picked up in training. Neil Lennon hopes he'll be back for this weekend, but I don't know if he's going to be back and fit enough to start, having missed during the week. So I don't know if we're going to go 3-5-2 or 4-2-3-1. But either way, big game. We need 9 more wins. 9 more wins required for 9 in a row. So every single one of these games is absolutely huge for us, as it always is. We'll start in goals with the main man for Thursday night, Fraser Foster. What a goalkeeper, what a shot stopper. And his penalty record is just incredible. The size of him and the goals, it just gets to people, I think, and that's why his record's so good. A great save, low down to his right hand side, tips onto the post, absolutely phenomenal. A huge moment in the tie as well, and if we are to get through next week, that will be a huge moment from him. Right back, I think that we're going to go with a back 4. Jeremy Frimpong, who did struggle the other night, first start in Europe, first game in Europe. I think he struggled at times. More so because he's rusty. I think he's not played for maybe 4 or 5 weeks now, so I think that as much as the fact that it was his first European game, struggling to adapt to it. But listen, nothing catastrophic, and he'll learn and he'll develop, and I think that will be a good experience for him to get that first European start under his belt on Thursday. In the centre half, Christopher Jullien, the man of the match by a million miles. I thought on Thursday night he was absolutely superb, headed everything away. I think you can see when you spend £7 million the sort of player you get, and I think that's something the club should remember with the recruitment coming into this summer. You look at the 2 main men in the team, Christopher Jullien 7 million, Odsonne Edouard 9 million. When you pay that extra money, you get it back in the level and the calibre of player that you get in. I thought Jullien was superb, and he's been superb in most of those big European games this season, and that was the case again on Thursday. Alongside him, Christopher Ajer, who struggled a little bit, dived in a few times. It's something he really needs to eradicate for his game. He did that one 3 or 4 minutes in, where he gives the ball away, did manage to get back and recover it right enough. He's just a wee bit rash, and he needs to stop diving in, stay on his feet a little bit more, because there is such a good player in there. But I think just at centre half just now he's making some rash decisions, and he just needs to eradicate that. Left hand side of defence, left back Johnny Hayes, good on Thursday night. This is going to become a running theme now. People asking me, how do you think Johnny Hayes played? Oh, I thought he was brilliant, what are you saying about that? He was good, recovery runs, brilliant, tracking back, even had 1 or 2 decent crosses, couple of dodgy moments on the ball, as I say, but Neil Lennon trusts him in those big games. He knows what he's getting from him, he leaves everything out on the pitch, and I suppose that is all you can ask for, and it's the minimum you can ask for at the same time. But you know what you're getting with Johnny Hayes. I fully expect him to start at left back again tomorrow. Into midfield, Scott Brown came off, looks like a calf strain. That's a big blow for us. I hope he's not out long term. Even thinking ahead to next Thursday night, we really need his leadership in the team. I don't think we have that kind of level of leadership anywhere else in the team. I know we've got guys like McGregor who look like they're a shoe-in to be the next captain, but I think their leadership style is very different to Scott Brown, and we really need him on the pitch, and this running is huge for us. So I hope he's not out for too long. I definitely think he's going to miss this game though, whether he's fit or not. I think after coming off with a calf strain, you don't want to risk him ahead of Thursday. So in midfield, I'm going to put Callum McGregor alongside Olivier Ntcham. I think Ntcham can drop one. Callum McGregor can become the 6, we know he can do that. Ntcham can go and play that role of the 8, which he's also very capable of doing. And in front of them, Ryan Christie, who gave away the penalty the other night, got booked and will miss Thursday's second leg. I think he'll start in the 10. We could see Tom Rogic come in as well. That's an area of the pitch where Neil Lennon's got so many options. Tom Rogic could come in. near Beaton came off the bench for Brown. We could even see Beaton take Brown's position, McGregor stay where he is, and then Encham in the 10, or Christie in the 10, or Vogic in the 10. So many options. We've got a lot of competition in that area of the pitch, so it's not catastrophic for us. If Scott Brown is to miss this game, we've got plenty of options. I think Neil Lennon might go McGregor, Encham, Christie in front of him. On the right hand side, James Forrest, superb in the first half the other night. I think his first touch is a very, very underrated part of his game. His control's phenomenal. He had a few long diagonals played to him the other night, and he's just pulling the ball out of the sky. It looks dead easy. You sit and watching it on the telly and you think, that was easy. Very hard to underestimate how difficult that is. He was good in the first half, maybe faded a little in the second. Had a good chance towards the end though, driving at defenders, being direct. That's something I would like to see him do a lot more often, but a huge player for us. We touched on the number of assists last week. Assists and goals, absolutely invaluable for us. He'll be on the right hand side. On the left hand side, I thought El Younousi would start on Thursday night, but I did also say I wouldn't be surprised if it was Christie. Christie on the right hand side, Forrest on the left. That is what we've seen, and it worked well for us in the first half. I thought Christie obviously involved with the goal, playing it into McGregor, who gave it into Edward. El Younousi did come off the bench later in the game. We were pinned back though, we were defending for our lives at times. We didn't really have too many breakaways once El Younousi came on, so he found it really hard to create an impact in the game, but I think this is a good opportunity to give him another start. I know he started against Clyde. Good opportunity to get more minutes in his legs. And I think if Brown is out, as I say, Encham can drop, Christie can go in the 10, Forrest on the right hand side. I think that will mean El Younousi will come back on the left. And up top, Odsonne Edouard, he had 2 great chances early on in the game. I think the second one he's really stretching for. The first one, if it isn't 25 seconds in, if it's 25 minutes in, he'd have scored it. Just comes at him so early in the game, but that finish that he did put away was absolutely sublime. The confidence, the composure, never panics, not even crossing his mind that he's missed 2 chances already, sits the keeper down, dinks it over him, absolutely superb. And I think if Callum McGregor had slid him in the second half, down the left hand channel when he really should have, I think he'd have got another goal as well. So he is absolutely supreme. 25 goals for the season. I fully expect him to get 30. I said at the start of the season, if he could stay clear of injury, I was confident he would get 30, and I fully expect him to get 30 now that he's at the 25 mark. That's the team I've went with. Like the video, comment with your own teams below. Do you think we'll go 3-5-2, 4-2-3-1? Who do you think will take Brown's position? Who do you think will be in the 10? And who do you think will start on the left hand side if it is to be 4-2-3-1? Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow with all of the post-match content, full-time reaction for Celtic Park, and then the post-match pint from Malone's after the game as well. Cheers.